Welcome back. Welcome back to the Southern Force Reacts. I'm your host, On Point, aka Southern Force Hemisphere, bringing you the content near. Tonight, we got something real special, and well, I can't say special. Tasteful or distasteful, you be the judge. The topic of the day: CS2 Back exposed, rat legal tips, teaching the people how to beat cases, or just clout chasing. I don't know what this about. It just dropped in my lap. I know I wasn't going to really talk about the CS2 Back as much as I want to, but I wanted to get this out the way so I can get to this new content I got rolling for the next weeks to come. Okay. But without further ado, those of y'all who are new, please like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. And let's get to the content.
So, but I will say I've always had paid attorneys as a kid. You can't trust them public defenders, but for instance, you get a report, right? In the report, they said they found 9mm shells from the shooter. They make you the shooter. Now, I know damn well I use a 38 revolver. I'm going to tell my attorney, that ain't me. I had a 30. I'm going to tell him I had a 38. So anything he knows, anything representing a 9mm, he knows is bullshit. So he know what to attack. You get what I'm saying? So, so he'll go in there and do some shit like this. He'll do some shit just like this. He'll plan all the way out of trial. And he'll say, you still got the 38? Yeah, okay, cool. He'll say, okay, well, I asked you, was there any more shell cases found on the scene? No, it wasn't. How many shots they say was fired? They said it was close to 20-some shots. Was anybody shot with any other caliber gun? Nope, just a 9mm. So we're going on the record saying nobody else was shot with no other caliber gun but a 9mm. That's what we're saying. I say I'm in this bitch looking at 1520. We know we got an eyewitness put me there. But the 1520 is based on me being the shooter of the motherfucker that got hit. He knows it get to a point to where we can't get out of it. He'll go in there and say, Your Honor, what would you say that my client has admitted to being at the scene and he has admitted to having a firearm, but he has not admitted to being of a 9mm. In fact, I have a private investigator that has went out, got the said gun. We have fired it. We've done a bullet. In the wall adjacent to the garage was a bullet lodged in there. In fact, it came from a 38. Now the niggas putting the DA in a situation where you trying to accuse and prosecute a motherfucker of a crime he didn't commit, and now he's voluntarily willing to plead to a lesser. Now, I've been sitting in this bitch 18 months, 2 years, fighting this case, right? You think he give a fuck about saying, my client's been 32 months with 8% time served today, y'all. So, it ain't about what you did, it's how they get you, and what they know and what they don't know. That's all it's about. And you gotta know how to dance around it. That's it. Huh? Yeah. Yeah, what we doing with that mirror? Nothing, I know.
All right. And that's all of the audio that's played. Now, I'm kind of baffled with this because I'm like, okay, let's say you do that to somebody who never caught a case, never had any priors, Never serve any time, right? Works for them, right? Doesn't work with somebody with two strikes or or basically just did their third strike and could possibly go for a long extended stay in that iron cage. I don't condone this being played on the audio because for simple fact that it's already on Clubhouse, right? So now you just gave the feds some insight on how to approach potential criminals that they apprehend. You know what I'm saying? So this is the exact things that I'm talking about. When you're talking about strategies and shit on how to move and how to outsmart the prosecutor and all this shit, the feds be listening to this. The feds be doing their homework. So this, I'm looking at it like this. Since he's known as a 137 confidential source, and he does do open source telling, basically he puts it on the app, tells you what happened, when it happened, how it happened, why it happened, and he leads you to connect the dots on who all is involved. So I'm looking at this and I'm like, man, he just freely doing all this shit, and he not gonna take the stand. He not an interest of justice in any case that's active right now. Something ain't right because he just really just said to the feds that y'all dumb little motherfucker. I know better than you, and I know how to trick you into giving me my way, and my way is the freeway, which that will be good merit for a real warrior and not a confidential source. But y'all let me know what y'all think. Like, share, comment, subscribe to the channel. Appreciate the love. Appreciate all the motion, and we out. Stay tuned for more.